Today we are making some meatballs to use as snacks, or you can actually then level up and turn it into spaghetti and meatballs for dinner. So these are some of the ingredients you'll need. You'll also need a baking tray and some olive oil or spray oil to be able to bake them in the oven. So you'll need some mince. You don't need a whole kilo, you might just use a smaller amount depending on how many you want to make. I also used a zucchini and a carrot to add some extra vegetables, and I also used an egg to bind it together. You won't need the whole packet of breadcrumbs, you'll just need a couple of tablespoons, or you could actually use some leftover bread that you might have from the bakery or something like that and grind it up as well. You'll need a vegetable peeler to peel your carrot and also a grater. Hi everyone, today for our cooking class, or this week for our cooking class, we are doing something a little bit more tricky this week because I think you guys are ready for it. We're actually going to make something that you could turn into dinner for your family. It can also be used for a snack, so it's up to you. We're actually going to make some mini meatballs, all right? So the next slide I'm going to show you some of the ingredients you'll need, but you'll need some mince. You can use a carrot and a zucchini. I'm going to grate those. You'll need an egg and some breadcrumbs as well. All right, so they're the ingredients you'll need. You'll also need a mixing bowl. You'll need a grater to grate everything, a vegetable peeler as well, and a baking tray to bake your meatballs in. All right, I'm going to show you the next ingredients and then I'll show you some of the process as well. All right, so what I've done, I have grated up some carrot and some zucchini, and it's all falling off my chopping board here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add all of these different things to our mixing bowl. Now I'm making a big mega batch, but you don't have to do it as big a batch. So you might use half a carrot and half a zucchini, or if you love your veggies like we do here, you might use a full one. And I'm going to see if I can get it all in the camera. I'm going to put all of the mince into our bowl so far. And then I'm going to put all of our grated veggies in the bowl too. All right, can you see that? Oh, it's all falling out of my bowl. Not going very well, am I? All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to crack an egg and put it in there to bind it all together. So eggs are very clever for cooking because they can mix everything together and they bind it so they don't all fall apart, which is pretty cool. Then what we're going to do is you might have some old bread left over from sandwiches, or you might actually have some breadcrumbs. And you just need a little bit of the breadcrumbs. I'd say really depends on how much you're making, but I've gone with about 2 tablespoons, but I didn't actually measure, did you notice? And then what we're going to do, this is the messy part. We're actually going to put your hands in and we're going to squish it all together and mix up the ingredients. Hear it all squelching. Mix it all up. I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. And what's really cool about meatballs is you can make little mini ones like we are going to today, and you can eat them or put them in your lunchbox when school goes back, and you can eat them cold. You can eat them hot straight out of the oven once they're cooked as well. Or what we also do with meatballs is we actually then use passata, which is like a tomato paste but a bit runnier, and we then mix it through the passata and cook some spaghetti and serve it like spaghetti and meatballs, which is pretty cool as well. All right, let's have a look. Can you see what it looks like now? So I've got the mince and the carrot and the zucchini, the egg and the breadcrumbs all mixed up. You can hear my rooster in the background. He wants snacks by the sound of it. And it's all mixed up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash my hands, get out an oven tray, and we'll start to put them all together. All right, so we've got our mixture all made up. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to turn on the oven. Now, if you're not sure of the settings of your oven, you might have to ask mum or dad or someone to show you. I usually put ours on about 180 degrees, which is a moderate kind of temperature, so it cooks nicely. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use an oven tray, and you can drizzle some oil in it, or you might have some cooking oil spray. And now what we're going to do is we are just going to make them into little balls to cook in the oven. Okay. I like to put about a palm size. Your palm's a bit smaller than mine. And then I roll them on top of one another. All right, I'm going to pause my video here and then I'll show you what it looks like once I'm all done. All right, here is the finished product, all rolled up, ready to go in the oven. So I'm going to put this in the oven. It's at about 180 degrees in my oven, and it's probably going to go in for about 15 minutes. You'll be able to smell them cooking away nicely, and then we'll have a look at them soon. Alrighty, I have just pulled our meatballs out of the oven and I've taken them out of the dish. And I've got those. Don't they look yummy? And I've got a couple here to taste test. So I am going to put some sauce to dip them into to try. Now remember, as I said, you can actually then use all of your meatballs and actually cook like a tomato type of sauce, a passata, and mix all those through, and maybe some baby spinach or some basil and some Parmesan cheese, and cook some spaghetti and make spaghetti meatballs. Or you can do what I'm doing and just have them as a snack. Oh, they're yum. So I can't wait to hear how yours go. All right, I can't wait to see your results.